Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Solavei Socials Live. Here we are on Wednesday night, and we are right now broadcasting across the United States to literally thousands upon thousands of Solavei members, as well as those who are seeing Solavei for the very first time. I've been looking forward to this all day. Today, especially because there's been so many things that's happened throughout the day, and I've looked so forward to being able to spend time with all of you that are Solavei members tonight. And I'm sure many of you have seen the press, whether it's been on NBC or CNN or the many outlets across the United States that's been reporting today the great announcement we had about Solavei nano SIM cards for the iPhone 5 is now across the United States, having our members, in fact, enjoying now the opportunity to do what I did, and that was several weeks ago. I put in my first Solavei Nano SIM in my iPhone 5, and enjoying blazing fast speeds and loving having a $49 a month unlimited payment versus what so many iPhone 5 users today are spending $130, $200 a month. And so incredible news across the United States. Literally today, tens of millions of impressions across online and social, all about Solavei. So, you know, tonight, those of you watching this for the first time, you're going to see some of the live socials that are taking place that are somewhat surrogates for literally the hundreds upon hundreds of socials that are happening in restaurants and in homes and in offices and in the many other locations that are taking place right now. And so you're going to see some great people and their guests that are with them seeing this live, so real representation of what you're seeing yourself. Let me, before I actually go to those, let me just say a few things. One, tonight I encourage you to go to your Twitter feed and go to hashtag Solavei Socials. And here's the reason why. Tonight, we want to see a lot of activity on the Twitter deck tonight. And so here's what's going to happen. For those of you who actually tweet tonight, we are going to have, we're going to pick two individuals that are going to get 3 nano SIM packs each. And I encourage you to get your phones out, start tweeting what Solavei has done for you. And at the end of tonight's Solavei Social, we're going to be talking about those members, and we're going to choose 2 of the members that have tweeted tonight and send you 3 nano SIM cards for you to be able to use to enroll new members into Solavei. So again, hashtag Solavei Socials. As well, I encourage you tonight to go to Solavei Socials at solavei.com. Send us in your stories. I love seeing them, and we'll be sharing a few of those things with you as well tonight. So let's real fast. I'd like for you to meet a couple of the live socials that are with us this evening. Let's go over across the United States. You know, I'm here in Seattle, Washington tonight at our corporate headquarters, Bellevue, Washington. Let's go across the United States to Fayetteville, North Carolina. In fact, where I moved from North Carolina in 2008 here to the state of Washington. Love the state, love the people, and we have an incredible member there. Amon Mitchell, are you with us tonight?
Yes, sir. I'm with you. Can you hear me?
I'm here. Hey, Amon. Amon, you've done such incredible things in such a short period of time, and it is so good having you with us tonight. Where are you tonight?
I am in my house here in the lounge area. Got some great friends and family here, and we're just excited about what Solavei is doing.
That's great. How many people do you have with you tonight?
I think we got about 10. I think that's counting my infant son. Yeah, so we're going to get him signed up as soon as he turns 13.
You know what? One of these days, he's going to be carrying a mobile phone. And one of these days, he's going to be all Solavei.
Yes, sir.
That is great. Amon, I look forward to being with you tonight. I know you have some there with you tonight that sing Solavei for the first time. James, I think is who you talked about earlier before we actually went on air. James,
yeah, let's make sure James can see here. Hold on a second.
All right, James. So, you know, no pressure tonight, James, but, you know, we'll probably be calling you out through the course of the night. And don't worry, there's only thousands of people across the United States that's going to be getting to know you tonight. So I promise you I won't ask you anything too personal as we go through the night. Let's go up to the beautiful place that I love. The summer times are incredible there. Obviously, I didn't say the winter times, but Minneapolis, St. Paul. Let's go up to John Bristol, and I know they've got, it might be cold outside, but they got a lot of heat where they are right now. John, it's so good to have you with us tonight. Are you there?
We're here. Can you hear us?
That is great. How many people do you have there, John?
I don't know. It looks like about 16, 20, something like that. We got more people coming, but they can't park.
So what are y'all doing here? What are y'all doing here? When we talked a few minutes ago, you already having what's going on there?
Oh, I don't know. It's cocktails, a little camaraderie, little cocktails. Yeah. Well, we're burning the money on the Solavei card.
That is great. So I know you have some seeing Solavei for the very first time tonight. Holly and Reese and Marcus. Wave at me if you would. Holly, Reese, Marcus, Bill, wave at me.
He's waving.
I don't know if you can see him, but
that is
there's
great.
a bunch more actually, the new people. Yeah.
That is great. Well, it's good to meet you. That is great. Well, it's good to meet you. Let's go to Phoenix, Arizona. Guys, are you there? Mike, how are you?
Here.
How is Phoenix, Arizona? You know, I got to tell you, I'm going to just pause for a second. I love this. You know, I have the great pleasure that every night, and it's been now for about 2.5 weeks ago, and my staff, the team that I work with daily here at Solavei and corporate offices, they thought I was actually crazy when I told them several weeks ago. I said, you know what? I want to go every single night, all the way up into Solavei Revolution Regionals that we're doing in Dallas, Texas on March 15th and 16th. I said I want to go every single night. And I want to be able to share the vision of Solavei and why it's sweeping the country. And they said, you want to do what? And I said, I want to do this every night. And I got to tell you, I got to thank all of you because, you know, at the beginning of every day, you know, I get up extremely early. I come into the office, and at the end of every day, I get to have the privilege of doing this with you. And the energy, the excitement that I get to feel from the very first day when I had the vision for this company, and to be able to see what's happening across the United States by the thousands upon thousands, and getting to interact with each of you, you have no idea how this makes me, and frankly, it's now made the team feel because of the enthusiasm, the excitement that's happening across the country. And Mike, I want to thank you for being a part of this tonight and having some of your friends together. And I know you have some there with you that are seeing Solavei for the first time, and I think Harrison and Colin and Dana. I know I met Dana earlier. Harrison, Colin, where are you?
Come on, Harrison.
Hey, guys. And so through the course of the night, you know I mentioned a couple of you, and again, not to put you under any pressure, but as we go through this, I'm gonna in fact use you as somewhat as a surrogate for the thousands across the country that are seeing Solavei tonight for the very first time, and you'll be a great somewhat of a role play for those who are seeing it and just watching this right now from wherever they are across the United States. And you know, I see daily and I appreciate you guys for sending in to Solavei Socials at solavei.com and posting on Facebook, on our Facebook page, the things that Solavei is doing for you. It goes so far for our team here that is able to help be a part of this and frankly continue to grow Solavei on a daily basis. So we're going to jump right in. Before I do, I'd like to do a shout out to Jill Jacoby. You have been amazing on Twitter talking about Solavei, and every day the Twitter feed is burning it up because you're out there sharing about Solavei and what it's doing. So Jill Jacoby, I want to tell you thank you for being so vocal about Solavei and all the great things we're doing. Again, I encourage you all to go to hashtag Solavei Socials as we go through the night, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll get back to both to Mike and Amon and to John and everyone that's there with them over the course of the next few minutes. But let me jump right into this. For those of you who are seeing this for the very first time tonight, wherever you are, whether you're listening on the phone or you're watching from your computer, obviously you can hear we're excited about Solavei. and what Solavei is doing across the United States today. Real fast, my background, I've been in the telecommunications and the technology industry now for almost 20 years. I've had 3 successful exits. My last company I took from an idea to over $1 billion valued company. And it was the fall of 2011 that I made a decision to really embark upon what I believe would be the biggest and the most rewarding, and not rewarding just from a financial standpoint, but rewarding from what I believe it could do to impact people's lives. And ultimately that became Solavei. And we launched the company on September 21st of this past year, and it has been nothing short of amazing. In fact, we were just talking, we had a team of us together about an hour ago talking about we were going to be recognized, we know this year, as one of the fastest growing privately held companies in the United States because of the growth that's happening in such a fast amount of time in what we've done here, which I'll talk about here in a few minutes. And where I found myself in the fall of 2012 is really recognizing a lot of the trends that were happening across the United States. And ultimately, where I found myself in my career, and I think many of you probably have recognized yourself in your own life, is where you've seen key trends has led to great opportunity for people. And many times people sit back and go, gosh, I really wish I could have seen that first, or I wish I could have been a part of that company where a lot of people's stock became worth something of great value. And a lot of times, many people are sitting from the outside looking in and wishing that could be them. And I've had the fortune to have myself, along with some good friends, along my career path, where I've been able to partake in a lot of key trends that were converging. And here's what I saw last fall. I saw 4 trends converging in the marketplace. One, I saw the economy. Worst conditions since the Great Depression. Individuals looking for a way to make additional income, a way to make their own lifestyles become so much more. 50% of the United States population making less than $45,000 a year. 30% of the U.S. households making less than $30,000 a year. The second trend that I saw last fall is I saw the industry of social media, and I think all of us can recognize just by being a part of this tonight, through a Google Hangout, we're taking part in social media. Me talking about going to hashtag Solavei Socials and partaking in a social feed so you can get some nano SIM cards for the new iPhone 5 so you can be sharing it with other people. How we're utilizing social today and what we do. The third thing I saw is I saw mobile. A 300 million person industry here in the United States, 300 mobile users here in the United States, 5 billion around the world. It is a part of our life. It's a DNA imprint of who we are. Everyone's devices is really specific to who they are. It is continuing to grow every day. $71 the average phone bill in the United States. Many of us, are spending more than $100 a month, and it's really changed the way we live our lives, and we can't think about living without it. The fourth thing that I recognized in the fall of last year was the industry of social sharing. And what does that mean? In the fall of 2011, when I was seeing all of this, as I saw that social sharing was really changing a big dynamic, which is the advertising industry today, where affiliate marketing, referral marketing, Groupon, Amazon, utilizing it, was changing how we actually moved a message from one person to another. And what I mean by that, if you look at Nielsen's most recent data, is 47% of people actually trust mass media advertising, radio, television, print. And what that says to me is 53% of people actually don't trust it. Yet 97% of people they talk about say actually trust when a friend recommends them to something. In fact, I was just talking to one of those who work with me here in the corporate offices, and we're talking about a restaurant here locally. And it was funny, the very thing I'm telling you right now, I experienced about an hour ago, where he was telling me about a restaurant, how great this restaurant is. I'm going, you know what, if I would have seen it in a magazine, or I'd have seen it on television, or I'd seen a billboard, it would have gone in one ear and out the other. I would have seen it through my eyes, and it would have literally left my thought process. But yet he told me about it, and the expression on his face, the way he was expressing how he felt about this restaurant and the great food that they had, the steaks that they had, it actually made me want to go to this restaurant. That's social sharing. And ultimately, I saw these 4 trends converging, ultimately create the opportunity that we have today with Solavei. And it was October of 2011 that Solavei became a vision that has now become a reality. And the underpinnings of Solavei, I founded this company because I've spent my whole life in building companies and creating great value from a financial standpoint, where it was something that was it was very rewarding. I made a decision. I said, what I do next, I want it to be value-based, something that ultimately for me would create an environment. When I woke up in the morning, I was excited about what I did. And ultimately, there's 5 core values that are the underpinnings of Solavei, and I'll tell you 2 of the 5 tonight because I believe it's important. Number 1, I said, whatever I do next, I want to do it with people I like, love, and trust. If you look at the moniker with Solavei, it's called Powered by Relationships. And just with the socials that you see in front of you on the screen, and I'm sure those who are with you tonight, wherever you are, whether it's in a Starbucks or it's in a restaurant or it's at somebody's home or it's at an office, somebody invited you to watch this tonight because it's about a relationship. And that was a big part of why I started this company, is to do it with people I like, love, and trust. The second thing, one of the core values of this company is I wanted to positively impact millions of people's lives for good. My father and my grandfather were very involved in mission work and philanthropy, and something they pass along to me, now that they're gone, is, spend your life not focusing on what you get, but in your life focusing on what you can give. And that is an underpinning of Solavei today. And so I saw these 4 trends converging to create what we have now built in Solavei, and why I believe it's sweeping the United States today because of it. And here's what we did. We created the very first social commerce platform, a social commerce platform that ultimately took the 4 primary behaviors that come out of those trends into a technology to enable all of the members, those who are associated with us, because I frankly believe that every day I wake up, I'm arm in arm now with well over 100,000 people across the United States to change millions of people's lives. Number 1, we said we're going to bring to our members an opportunity for our members to pay less for goods and services. Number 2, pay less for goods and services on products and services they use already every day. It's things that you are already spending for, things that you already have a part of your monthly budget. Number 3, enable our members to engage in a community. So you think about social for a second. We're all engaged in a natural community of sharing. Number 4, enable our members to, when they share something that they like, to actually enable them to earn income. And we created a mission for this company in the fall of 2011 is this: enable our members to make commerce less expensive, meaning the things that you're paying for every day today already, make it cost less. Much like when you went to Costco, Jim Sinegal and Jeff Brotman, who founded that company, it's a local company here in Seattle, is founded here. Their whole premise is that we take millions of our members and use that collective buying power to drive prices down for goods and service providers, and then pass along those savings to our members. That is the same premise we as a company have taken here inside of Solavei, except we're using it from a technology and a social commerce perspective. But we've taken it one step further. We said, why don't we also make it profitable? Take the billions of dollars in advertising that's typically spent, where every time you're seeing an ad from a radio to television to print, take those billions of dollars of waste and pay it to the greatest advertising vehicle known to man today, which is people. Back to what I said a few moments ago, about 97% of people trust when a friend shares them something of great value. And ultimately for us as a company, we've become the very first company to fully leverage the social graph. And the social graph, what is that? That is the social media companies of Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Google Plus and all the places we're connected socially today, and enabling our members to be fully leveraging that to create recurring person-to-person economic relationships, making great value out of that today. Because today, I've never gotten a check from Google, I've never gotten a check from Twitter, but here's Solavei today, enabling our members through this natural connection to actually get paid for being the voice for Solavei in the marketplace. And what we started first with was mobile. I know y'all heard me at the beginning of the social tonight talking about my iPhone 5, and we started first with mobile, and here's why. It's something we already are spending on every day. I love my 8-year-old Brennan. He is passionate about Solavei, and he's got these 6 great questions about how to share Solavei. It's he'll say to somebody, "Do you have a phone?" The answer's always yes. The second thing he asks him is, "How much are you paying?" And typically the individual says, they're paying $80 or $90 or $100 or more a month. He'll then ask, who is your current mobile, provider? And they'll say AT&T or Verizon or Sprint or another operator. He'll then ask him, he said, "How would you like to get that for $49 a month unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, or even better yet, how would you like to get it for free?" Then ask them the next question when they said absolutely, and he says, "Well, would you mind if I, send you a 2-minute video or 6-minute video on a company that is sweeping the nation right now, where in just a very short period, a few months, has over 100,000 members across the United States enjoying that." And that person says, "Yes, it's going to get your email address." Now, that's my 8-year-old, as crazy as that may sound. But here's what's amazing. There's 300 million mobile phone users in the United States. Do you realize just 1% of those 300 million mobile phone users is 3 million people? 1/3 of 1% is a million. Do you realize the collective strength and energy and power that a million people doing anything together can actually create? And that's what we're doing with Solavei today. And here's why we started with mobile. $49 a month unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. Does 2 things for us. One, it creates an economic conduit where we're able to present value to those who are part of it. And it creates an economic relationship. Number 2, it actually creates a communication conduit. Enabling us to use that as a platform, so once we have that established, we're able to communicate with our members the other areas, back to the mission, where we want to make commerce less expensive for our members. And that's what we live for every single day here in Solavei, is to make commerce less expensive for our members, yet make it also profitable, to where we can bring other goods and services to our members, such as Solavei Energy, cable, deals and offers, and something we announced as our next extension to our platform is Solavei Retail, which will go live in June. And I got to tell you, I had an update today. For all of you members who are watching tonight, I had an update today of all the different brands that are so excited to be partners with Solavei. And today, I got to tell you, it was one of those blown away days where I was looking at these brands, and I'll give you a couple of them, from Starbucks as one of the brands. To a Best Buy as another brand, and I could just go on and on about all the brands, to a Burger King, and I mean the very places that you would love to say that they're aligned with our company. Just amazing when I saw some of the brands today that will be a part of Solavei Retail when we go live here in a few months, and we'll talk more about that in a few moments. But we started first with mobile because we believe it created the platform of great extension for all of our members. And here's the first thing. So if you think about at the base of tonight in this is, tonight we're talking about $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide mobile service. You look at what you get when you're talking to the other mobile service providers, whether it's Verizon or Sprint or a Straight Talk or a TracFone or Boost or Virgin or AT&T. You get primary mobile service. Look down to what you get, though, with Solavei. And for us, it's about giving not just the value and price, but giving the value in what you get with us. You're getting unlimited 4G on the first 4 gig of usage that you have compared against everyone else. And I just encourage you, look at the small print of the other providers. But then look at the very bottom. This is what it's all about for us. And every single time you see another ad on television from AT&T or Straight Talk or Verizon or Virgin or Boost, I want you to think about, we've taken those millions of dollars. Think about this. The Super Bowl, it was about $4 million for a 30-second commercial. We made a decision and said, you know what, there's a better way to do this. That's through people. And here's what we do. We say for every 3 people, which we call a trio, and we love the word trio in this company, we're going to pay you $20 a month. And look at the other mobile operators. There is absolutely no value other than mobile service you're getting that they get for you being the messenger of something that is being provided to the members. So frankly, it's really simple in what we do. We have combined social media one of the things that we're all a part of every single day. We've combined mobile, something that we use every single day, and it's part of our monthly budget. It's not something you're going to go outside and try to stretch for. It's like a utility now to us. And we combine social sharing. When you like something, you share with others to create a very simple environment of exchange. Taking that $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, taking the social graph of all those social media, social networks that are out there, and we created a platform with a tremendous amount of IP and patents around it to bring to the market the very first social commerce platform, where we enabled us to bridge that great value as well as all the connections that you have through a platform that when you share this opportunity with others, $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide with others, whether it's 3 people or 6 people or 12 people or however many it may be, you're the one that gets paid for doing it. And how's it work so far? You know, to me, action speaks louder than words. Results are one of the greatest things in life that you can say, was it working or not? We launched the company on September 21st of this past year, just a little over 5 months ago now. And already across the United States, we already have over 140,000 members across the United States, growing by leaps and bounds every single day. And it's all because of you. And in fact, you know, I got this today. I hope you all don't mind. I'm going to just read this. This was one of the Facebook posts that happened today. Ryan, absolutely awesome social tonight. 3 new members signed up for Solavei service here at my home because of the live social. I'm so grateful for what you've given to all of us. Thank you. And this is what's happening on a daily basis across the United States, because that launched to over 140,000 and the momentum every single day. You know, for 2013, it's been record day upon record day because it's the voice of our members. It's not the television. It's not the radio. It's not the newspaper or the print or the magazine ad that's there. It's you. And you know what we're saying? We're moving those millions of dollars to our members. And when you think about that, you know, as of next week, we'll have paid over $6.5 million. That's $6.5 million to our members for being the ones that is sharing the message of Solavei. And that's date nights, that's free mobile service, that's everything from mortgage payments, car payments. All of these things are represented in that $6.5 million. And for us, that is what we're all about as a company. And so for you that are seeing this for the first time, you know, Dana, I know that I called you out somewhat earlier when I introduced myself to you, but Dana, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to just use you right now as an example. Dana, wave at everybody who's watching you right now. You actually may not want to because everyone's going to be Dana. So Dana, thank you. So let's say, Dana, that tonight, you know, I post on Facebook. I go into our platform and I take one of the Solavei social graphics that we have, and I put in, you know, the information to tweet it or to put it on Facebook, and I post on Facebook this $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, or free. You know, you immediately say $49, you know, Ryan, or, you know, more importantly, free. You know, maybe you're paying $130 a month for your mobile phone service, and I say free, and you say, well, Ryan, I've not seen Solavei. Is it a real company? Is it good service? And I say to you, well, first of all, you're not going to see Solavei in retail because Solavei is about people. Last year, over $12 billion was spent by mobile operators, the top four mobile operators in advertising and sales and marketing. You know, basically, you get to 300 million mobile users back and forth from each other. And Solavei said, you know what, there's a better way to do this. We believe the best way to spend that money is through people. Already over $6 million here in just a short few months. The service is on the backbone of one of the top 4 mobile operators in the United States, T-Mobile. It's their top tier of their network. So you're going to enjoy the very best, one of the strongest networks in the country, except there's just a different way to get it. And in here, when I share Solavei with others, as an example, if I share Solavei with 6 of my friends, Solavei is going to put $100 directly into my bank account. And on top of that, I'm going to get paid $40 a month. So my $49 a month unlimited phone bill which is already better than what I was paying before, has now only cost me $9 a month. And here's what's beautiful. You're interested. Solavei has built everything on a platform, and I'll never forget when I brought the team together, and I brought together one of the most incredible management teams, from individual who took the AT&T mobile data services business from $200 million to over $8 billion, what's over an $8 billion revenue business today. Actually did the iPhone deal with Steve Jobs, to individuals that led all the customer service and finance environments for some of the top mobile operators, a team that literally has built multi-billion-dollar companies. And I brought them together and I said, listen, I want to create an environment that's not about selling. It's actually about sharing. And none of us want to sell anything. We'd like to share things with our friends. And I wanted to create technology that made it very natural, that had never been done before. So one of the things we did is built in primary behavioral and response attributes into our platform. One of the first things is our feed, which we call our community. And this is where every day you're able to see all the things that are happening. And today I was getting all these what we call shout outs today, all through the My Solavei platform, and it was sharing all of the things that was happening. And I love seeing the active feed of people being added to the network, people who are getting trios, and which means they're getting personal benefit and reward. For every 3 people, which is a trio, you get $20 a month, and seeing just the streams of them coming through all these shout outs. Another thing we did is we built into it, into the platform, what we call dashboard, and we call your network activity. And this is where you're able to see this as being so much more beneficial when you're going to look at it than playing Angry Birds. And that's one of the things I told the team up front. I said, I want this to be more addictive than playing Angry Birds, and here's why. Dana, let's say that tonight you get involved, and because you just want $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. But over the course of the next 2 weeks, 6 of your friends you share it with. Maybe it's tomorrow that you're doing your own social. It might be at a Starbucks, or might be at a restaurant, or might be at your house, or you just have a couple of your friends just actually watching this live tomorrow night. Well, those 6 friends, they get involved. And let's say that since they get involved, you don't do anything except using your phones. Fast forward 2 months, and all you do is use your phone every day like you do now. I mean, I was on AT&T for almost 2 years, or excuse me, almost 20 years until I went to Solavei. And let's use it as an example right now that those friends of yours, they do what you did. They start sharing with others. Well, every single day you're able to go into your dashboard and look at your network and be able to see that those 6 friends are now sharing with others. And here's what's so cool about this, is because every time they're sharing with others and those people get enrolled, you're actually earning income. Again, the power of the voice of Solavei is through our members. We built a notification engine inside of the technology itself that, let's say, Dana, you're at lunch one day and a little notification pops up in the middle of your phone that says, congratulations, Amy, for just getting 6, or it just tells you that Amy just got 6. All you got to do, that's your friend Amy that maybe you introduced Solavei to, and you feel great because your friend now is going to get $100 put directly into her bank account. She's going to be making $40 a month. So all you have to do is, at that point, hit the send congrats button. Immediately launches a message into the community where it says, congratulations, Amy. Let's say it was 3 trios, and she's going to get $150 for using her phone, and that gets posted. But then just get posted in the Solavei community. It also gets posted on Facebook, on Twitter, and here it is on Facebook, and saying, congratulations, Amy, for making $150 for using your phone. Well, what do you think happens next for Amy? You end up getting 10 posts that says, Amy, how'd you make $150 for using your phone? And again, this is where we've even made it that much easier. Is all you got to do is go into what's called our outreach manager, and you're able to send one of the social commercials, whether it's a 1 minute or 2 minute or 6 minute. Those of you who saw today the launch that happened this morning, where we launched the new site with the new videos all about Solavei, where you're able to send one of those Solavei commercials directly to your friends, and at the same time be able to share one of the social graphics, and all through our technology to make it easy for you, Dana, to be able to share with others. And then on top of it, be able to see what they do when they click on an email, or when they click on one of the videos, or they click on one of the graphics. so you can see those who are interested in being involved with Solavei. And frankly, that's why, you know, today over 140,000 members across the United States and growing every day, because this is a socially connected environment. More importantly, it's an environment that's all about the things that we use every day and creating greater value for our members. We have built all of this to where it's about creating a presence for you. And this is where Solavei is. We want to make you the one who wins every day. And so today we announced and launched our new experience and site. So, you know, Dana, as an example here, you know, you become the AT&T store, or you become the Sprint store or the Verizon store. Here's the difference, though. You don't have bricks and mortar where you've had to spend $200,000 plus in building a building and all the advertising and having to have it staffed and be there. It's all virtual. Once you enroll, we create an entire experience for you through that enrollment process, that whenever you put out the www.solavei.com/Dana or /Colin or /Harrison or /James, Holly, Reese, Marcus, and Bill, you tonight, when somebody goes and clicks on that, it's your experience, it's your picture. And when they enroll, you're the one who gets benefit for it. I mean, think about this for a second, that an AT&T and Verizon, they have over, you know, 2,500, 3,000 stores each across the United States. You realize today we have over 140,000 points of distribution, because our Solavei members is doing very similar to what Mike's doing there in Phoenix and John's doing in Minneapolis and Amana's doing there in Fayetteville, North Carolina, where they are the voice. And everyone that's here with them that's already members, they are the voice. And that's the power of being socially connected. And that's what's happening with Solavei. We love creating an experience that is just that. It's an experience once you're a member of Solavei. We're all about you. We wake up, we live, we eat, and we breathe to make this a community and an environment where we're able to see lives positively impacted because they said yes one day to Solavei. Once you get involved, you know, I talked earlier about the nano SIM cards we're going to give away here in a few minutes. When you get involved, you're going to receive your welcome package. If you do this online, a welcome package with your Solavei SIM card and all the information to get started. What's happening, though, is so many people, so many of our members, in fact, over 63% of the people who are enrolling on a daily basis are enrolling because one of our members has a 10 or 20 pack of SIM cards, and right on the spot they're able to activate a new member into Solavei because they enroll and right on the spot be able to walk away paying only $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, whether it's an iPhone, and 26 million iPhone users who are spending more than $100 a month, or over 80% of the U.S. population today, over 240 million people, that are spending more than $50 a month. So almost everybody you run into is going to see great value from this. At the same time, within 1 week, we're going to send you your Solavei Bank of America Visa debit card, and this is what I love more than anything because this is the economic exchange. Every single 2 weeks, we are going to pay directly into your Solavei Bank of America Visa debit card, which our members today call the Solavei Purple PayCard. You can get your money out at ATMs, write a check on it, anywhere Visa is accepted. But the vision and the dream I have is we'll someday have $1 billion plus that has been paid to our Solavei members and sitting on these pay cards and being used as true commerce, where that enables us collectively together as members to be able to drive price down, no different than Costco did or no different than Amazon has done because of the buying power that's been created. This is what's being generated for you. And so, Dana, going back to you as an example, is you got involved, you use your phone every day, you introduced it to 6 friends, it grew to maybe 80 people, let's say, and every month $120, $150 a month is being deposited on this pay card. Well, we want to make those dollars go further. So we introduced Solavei Retail, and we'll actually launch it here in the month of June, where at the very places you're already buying your groceries, you're going out to restaurants, you're going and getting your gasoline, those large goods and services providers across the United States, we're going to be able to take your Solavei PayCard and even see those dollars even go further. Where not only are you going to be paying less, but at the same time, those large partners and brands will be paying Solavei 2 to 12% on every single dollar, of which we take 50% of every single dollar of gross profit and pay it back to the Solavei members through the compensation plans in place, basically creating a virtuous cycle of economic return and value for our members. So, the question is how many people do you think in the next 60 days that would enjoy $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, no contract, complete transparency? Typically, it's most everybody you know. Well, if it's just 3 people, which we call a trio, we're going to put $50 directly in your bank account. On top of that, we're going to pay you $20 a month each month. If it happens to be 6, 2 trios, we're going to put $100 directly in your bank account and pay you $40 a month. So now your monthly phone bill is only costing you $9 a month. If it happens to be 3 trios, which we call free, we're going to put $150 directly in your bank account, and on top of that, you're making $60 a month each month, which means your mobile service is literally costing you nothing because of your involvement with Solavei. But here's the power of being socially connected. You introduce Solavei with others through the platform, outreach manager that we have in place, doing what we're doing right now and having this live social. You enroll 3 friends and they enroll 3. We're now going to see you making $170 a month. If you enroll 6 and they enroll 3, you're now making $280 a month. And what did you do? 1, you said yes to Solavei, $49 a month, and you pass along that benefit to your friends. No enrollment fee. It was just saying yes to Solavei. And better than hearing it from me and telling you some things about Solavei is really to hear it from the very members who are seeing this happen. Let's go to Minneapolis, St. Paul. John, are you still with us? John, are you still with us?
I'm sure here.
Still hear you? Okay.
Yeah, we're here. I can't hear you. Try again.
So, John, tell us real quick. Yeah, tell us what's happened on you've been involved with Solavei.
Well, I got involved with Rihanna Malia and Jerry Foster way back in the beginning as a founder, and within a couple of weeks, earned out the fast start bonus and got things rolling. And then in Minnesota, things get a little we hibernate in the winter, but then it started to take off. And today we're connected to like 65 people in the group right now, and there's like 7 people about to have more trios, and it's blowing up. And we've got some fun people here that are having a lot of success with this thing. So it's really great. And I'd like to shout out to the people that are in California and Texas and Florida and other places that are doing the same thing with our team that couldn't be here tonight.
I love it. So John, your mobile service is free.
Oh, mine and my kids actually, and there's money going into their college accounts every month. Yeah, it's great.
I love it, John. So glad to have you. For everyone that's a great time. Thanks for being a part of this tonight.
Awesome.
Let's go. Amon, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Hey, Amon. So, Amon, if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit what's happened with you since you've been involved with Solavei.
Okay, great. First off, I got to say thanks to the, we wouldn't be here without the, Team San Antonio, Rudy Fuentes, Jose, and Team Illumination, as well as Team 12412. But for myself, 20 people signed up. That's grown to about, we're getting close to 160.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's awesome. It's completely awesome. Solavei is going to be paying my mortgage this month, so we're thankful.
I love it. Amon, you got a lot of pretty people there in the room with you.
Oh, they are. Good look at them.
Thank you guys for being with us tonight. Mike, let's go over to Mike real fast. Hey, Mike, tell us what's happening. Mike, what's happened to you?
Well, Ryan, thank you. Thanks to Ron and Lynette Lewis who introduced Solavei to me and my wife. We became thousandaires in less than 60 days. And it has been an incredible blessing to our family, and it's allowed us to do the thing we love to do the most, which is to give. And there's so many needs, in our lives, and it's just a real blessing to not have to think about that, but we can just say yes and help people. And it's awesome to share this with others and help them to do the same.
That is exciting. That is exciting. Mike, glad that you're involved. And you know, when I hear each of these, from Mike to John to Mon, you know, there's something that we say in this company. In fact, it's on one of the walls here in our corporate offices, that a single relationship has the opportunity to make life better for many. When you think about Amon and John and what Mike has said here, is a single relationship, them sharing something of great value has now led to great benefit for others. And we see it every single day, the impact that this company has, and we take it incredibly serious here inside of Solavei, of wanting to see people truly benefit. Many people for the first time, they always felt as the one that they go to jobs every day, they do their thing, they come home, they have their family, and it's really just about how they each day work hard to be able to make something, and always wishing that, you know, frankly, that they had something more. And that's what we're doing. You know, we're shaking up the ecosystem, we're shaking up distribution, and we're moving the dollars from where it had been, frankly, waste, Madison Avenue, large advertising waste, to those that we believe who are the real voice for making things successful, and that's our members across the United States. So, you know, how do you get involved? So first of all, I'll say the three things that we say a lot around here is get in, get social, and get free. And what does that mean? First of all, get in. Become a member of Solavei. You know, it's as simple as you enrolling and paying $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. There's no enrollment fee. It is just that simple. It is truly just changing your mobile service, taking the SIM card you have in your phone out and putting the Solavei SIM card in. That is the connection with Solavei. Number two, we say get social, and we're doing that tonight. We've gotten social tonight all across the United States, thousands upon thousands. I got an update just a moment ago. This is one of the biggest nights we've had thus far in the last 2 weeks. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people watching this tonight. Get social. You know, you can tomorrow night, those of you who are enrolling tonight, those of you who are members, get people around the screen, because this is literally spreading across the U.S. And listen, one trio, that's $50 being put directly in your bank account, and you also now getting paid $20 per month just for doing that. We make it very easy to do it. One, I'll be with you tomorrow night at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow night, doing exactly what we're doing tonight. You've got a lot of people from across the U.S. that we'll actually have pumping in here live. I think we have 4 or 5 live socials that we'll have in live, just like you see Mike, John, and Amon tonight. We'll have a great time. But at the same time, you can also go into Outreach Manager. I encourage you, post on Facebook, send the emails with the social commercials out, get it going, because you'll be surprised to see what happens with those that you share Solavei with. And then number 3 is get free. 3 trios, 9 people, means you've got free mobile service with Solavei. And ultimately, you will see the whole network effect begin happening because you said yes to Solavei. We're doing these every night through the course of the week at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, and all building up to the Solavei Revolution regionals that are happening across the United States, from Orlando, Los Angeles, Dallas, up in New York City, up on March 15th and 16th will be in Dallas, Texas. Can't wait to be there. We're going to be doing a live social where we're having an incredible crowd of members and their guests that are there. And I encourage you, if you're in that area, in the Oklahoma, Texas area, I encourage you to be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. Our top members, we've got special guests that are going to be there. It's been an incredible time of all of us together there live. This is the first social commerce network that's being brought to the market, the way we're doing it. And it is very clear by just seeing from the reporters to the print magazines to all of the different outlets talking about we're shaking it up and how distribution is done, and frankly how we're moving this brand forward in the marketplace. And it is spreading across the United States right now, and it's something that I couldn't be prouder than I am to be a part of. Some of those incredible people that I've ever had an opportunity to lock arms with in my life, and that's our Solavei members. And we will see tens of millions of lives around the world positively impacted because of what Solavei is doing. And I want to thank all of you for being a part of this tonight. So, you know, at the beginning of the night, I talked about would be watching the Twitter feed and would be randomly drawing a couple of names out of all the tweets that were happening tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and maybe read one of the tweets that came from Toby tonight. You know, just talking about what Solavei has done for him. But I'm gonna read you right now. Toby Ellis is one of our winners that we in fact chose tonight randomly, and it was this. Toby Ellis said, "Solavei helped me pay my rent, which is something no other company has been able to do in 8 years." Toby, congratulations. We're sending you 3 nano SIM cards for you to be able to use. You're going to be getting some of the very first nano SIM cards that anyone across the United States of our members have had. We'll be sending these out to you tomorrow, so you'll be able to use them, and you'll be able to light up your friends who's got iPhone 5s first. And here's what you're doing for them. Instead of them spending over $100 a month, they're going to be spending $49 a month with Solavei. The other person is Carlos D. Cesar, and here's what Carlos said. "Solavei is giving me a vehicle to not only be financially independent, but to change the financial future of generations." So, Carlos, 3 nano SIM cards are coming to you as well. We look forward to getting to you. And again, I want to thank you for taking part. Hashtag Solavei Socials. Tomorrow night, stay tuned. We got another giveaway tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome, and I'm really excited about it. I look forward to seeing you. Tomorrow night we've got some great socials we'll be taking part in. Have a great night. Welcome to all of you tonight who come on as Solavei members. Look forward to seeing you all, hopefully personally, at one of the upcoming regionals. Have a great night, and God bless. That was great. Thanks, everybody, for being involved. Mike.